How's it going, y'all? It's Friday. Happy New Year. And now we're back. No more pages for chapter 3. We finally finished it in the last episode. All that was left to do was the cover. And as you see here, with that done, that means chapter 3 is out. And now we can move on to chapter 4. As of right now, I'm still in the scripting phase. Like, I've done the outline, but now I just gotta flesh it out. And I've said this in previous episodes, but chapter 4 is just as long, if not longer, than chapter 3, with a total of 36 pages planned out so far. 4 of those being an epilogue of sorts. And I plan for a little bit of surprise when the time comes for it. When it came time to finally do the cover for this chapter, I didn't know exactly what I wanted at first. I had a few ideas here and there, but when you get on Pinterest and you find like some inspiration, I saw a few covers where it was like the main character or whoever was important of the chapter and those who interacted with them or had their stories told, like minor characters, superimposed inside of them. And I wanted to do that with Celeste. I don't know if I might repeat this idea later on down the line or just keep it at this chapter, but I like the concept and I wanted to do it myself to see if I could. More so of just having fun with it as opposed to anything. So you see at the forefront, Hathor. Then behind her, Artemis. And right next to Artemis is the vestige of blood of fruit. Then you got Harvey in the back and Cedrin. And at the height of it all, you got Celeste, essentially at the height of her power, or what those poor Minotaurs see just before they're cut down in this chapter. But yeah, this is chapter 3. Executioner / the language of blood, part 1. Part 2 is all chapter 4. And it's gonna be even more gut-wrenching than the last. I can guarantee you that. No more pulling punches. But if you want chapter 3 for yourself, to see it, the whole story up ahead, it's available on my Ko-fi. Digital, of course. I'll print more out eventually if there's a demand for it, but for now, it'll be digital moving forward. And I figured, since chapter 1 and 2 are already out, the chapters moving forward will be kept at a lower price, because most comics you can pick up and start the story from there, but like independent stories, you have to have it in the order, otherwise you won't know what's going on. So this one and the ones following it will be cheaper, just a little bit, but until I compile it into my first volume, first 5 or 6 chapters, it'll just be sold individually. But yeah, that's how I see it. How's y'all New Year's treating y'all? Any resolutions? Have you already made some come true, or did you already mess it up and like, yep, 2026 will be my year? I know a few people that have done that. Ain't no judging on my end, but also some starts of the year where you could not have predicted it, even on my end. And when it comes to my resolutions, at least the ones I'm willing to share, it's mostly related to my comic, related to my content. I want to upload more consistently, stream more consistently, all that good stuff. the goal would be to be monetized. I'm not gonna say my subscriber goal. It's just not really at the forefront of my mind. More so to do with building the audience, of course. Getting more eyes on Celeste and the characters within. I do want to finish chapter 4 before the end of the year and move on to chapter 5, so I can actually start telling Helios' story, what he's got up to while all this is going on. Like, I always plan for chapter 5 to be Helios' introduction and a little bit of 6. Eventually, their paths will meet up. I know that. Just as Artemis Celeste will meet up, but the way those interactions go about, they're all in like an outline phase. Nothing concrete yet, and I can change at any point I want to. But for now, that's just thoughts in my head. I'm still gonna draw them in between. Might do little mini comics, you know how it goes, but nothing where I have to put like too much effort in, like the full chapters. But yeah, this is chapter 3. Near the end of the render. Something I've noticed recently, working in Clip Studio, like I'm more comfortable doing my cel shaded or simple coloring works in here, as opposed to Procreate, which I use more for like sketching or doing full pieces where it's just like digital paint through and through. It's just the brushes they have in there and the pen pressure. I'd have to adjust it going back and forth, but I'll save that for the next episode. We're near the end of this one. Thanks you all for watching. Happy New Year. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.